welcome to your reading. I don't know what's going to come up, but if you clicked on this, obviously there's something that your spirit guides want you to know. Okay, if it doesn't resonate with you, take what resonates and leave it for the rest. You're not the only one who's watching this, so let it settle the way it needs to settle. Okay, let's go. Already we got the nine of diamonds, which we'll get to that in a minute. Let's find out what spirit wants you to know. It could be about, staying in your little hovel and not moving, because that's hermit crab energy. That's the hermit. But it's also be careful what you wish for. Okay, so it could go either way. We'll find out. Okay, where's this going? Here. I do things a little bit differently. I'm already tapped in. While I'm spelling these out, let me tune in with spirit. Stepping aside, letting them speak up. I'm going to move this to the side. Okay, so I feel like I usually do a grid of 9, and we read it any way we can. 3 rows, top, middle, and bottom. 1, 2, 3 in the top, 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 1, 2, 3 in the bottom. Okay, and I'll show you the cards. I feel like this one too. I'm just gonna pull that one out and put it where I won't forget it, right there. Okay. So let's see what we got. First, we have the 9 of diamonds, the careful what you wish for card. This is also that is Venus in Virgo energy. So it's a contradictory energy, but we'll get to that. Next one is 3 of wands, also 3 of clubs. This is Sun in Aries energy. And next to that one, we have Libra energy. So this is about taking initiative through that balance. Okay, underneath this, ooh, I'll get that in a minute. That fell. I'll get to that. I did another reading with this exact same card. It fell under this one. That is Mercury in Taurus energy, and it's right underneath this. I'm seeing a lot of stagnant energy. Stubborn is another word that came up. Next to this one, right in the center of the reading, we got Venus in Scorpio. Okay? Venus in Scorpio energy. It's a hell hath no fury like a woman scorn kind of energy, but it's also about building trust. Okay? Yes, being selective about who you open your heart up to. That's usually what anybody with Venus and Scorpio in their chart, we're very selective about what type of people we let in, but once we let them in, we're passionate about it. But we're also seeing this is 7 of Cups energy. Okay, this is about having opportunities. This is a positive thing and the negative. The positive side is you have plenty of options at your disposal. The negative is you may have too much on your plate. So we'll see in context with what's going on here. And next, Virgo, and that fell. So we'll keep that in mind. But Virgo energy. This is about overanalyzing for me as a reader, someone who has gotten a new idea and is studying it. Okay, I always kind of think of this one as like after you've gotten the initial idea, and this is the Pentacles. This is the scholar. You get that new gift from the heavens, that new option that's right in front of you, that thing that you wanted to do. Now you're learning about it so that you know how to operate that thing. But this Virgo energy is something that's like you're analyzing and taking lists and always thinking about what you got to do, and it's sitting and over top of that is this I keep trying to say Aries because it's a ram. It's not. It's Libra energy. This King of Swords is someone who is thinking without allowing their emotion to come in. It's like no bull kind of crap, no bull crap kind of mentality. It's either all or nothing, or it's finding that balance, yes, but that stability in the mind, but it's being cold on top of that. You're overthinking this. You're overthinking whatever it is you're trying to do. I see new opportunities happening for you, but I see someone who is just really, really stiff about how they want this to happen. Okay? Now, third row. You got the top row, top 3, middle 3, and now we got the bottom 3. And I keep dropping stuff. What's that about? So, I don't normally drop stuff like that much. And I've already dropped like 3-4 things. And one of them just disappeared, and it was a piece of sodalite. I have a bunch of crystals around me. The first one I dropped was labradorite. Labradorite is for connection and intuition, and the other one is, I'm gonna reach for that. Bring it here. It's a feminine bodice, but this is about connecting with your divine feminine energy. And the other one is about communication. That dropped. And then this thing dropped. So the energy I'm getting is someone dropping the ball about being communicative. Anytime they try to think of something, it's like falling off. Okay, we're gonna get back to that. So in this left column, we got this one, bottom row, this one. This is Mercury, Moon, Saturn. Sorry, this is Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn is about cleaning up loose ends, tying up loose ends, and Sagittarius is about exploration. It's about leaving old problems behind, letting go of that last chapter of your life that was initiating all that change, so that you can move on and explore new things. Someone is being too stubborn about letting go of something that doesn't serve you anymore. Okay? In the context of these cards, yeah, I'm seeing someone who either feels the need to keep preaching about something, or it just plain won't let something go. This is the time to let go. Okay? Next to that, Two of Diamonds. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. Again, this is about inner balance. This is about emotional balance within you. It's about taking the things that you've been gifted and finding that solace within it. There's a bunch of things that goes on with this one. Okay? In the context of the first three, in the middle column, we have the Sun in Aries. That's starting a. First thing that goes through my head when I see this is when someone comes to a new land, and someone colonizes in that area, and let's not think about the colonizer thing, but someone starts a new life in a new era, and they're just starting out. This is a new opportunity. This is a new moment in your life, full of opportunity. But in order to take up on this opportunity, you've got something beneath, something that you have to deal with within you. You have to listen to your emotions. You need to listen. You finding that inner balance is what's going to initiate the change you need in order to make this new and exciting thing, or this new thing that may be scaring you, work out in your favor. Okay? And the third one underneath the Virgo card that dropped, I got this. This is, in the last reading I did, there's like 5 out of 9 of the video of the cards that I pulled out have the same. This is another one of the same cards, and this is sitting again underneath the first two. This here, this is thinking without allowing your intuition to stand in. You're not letting your emotions come in. You're overthinking it. You're overanalyzing everything because apparently you're afraid of failure. And we don't have a clarification as of yet as to where that is coming from. I haven't felt anything that also may represent, and I can't find my sodalite piece. It'll show up. It'll show up when I need it. But I'm also stubborn, so I'm wondering where the heck it went. It's way underneath there. I cannot reach it. That's okay. But I need to make something clear here. From what I'm getting, and I'm a little hot, but from what I'm getting right now is someone who is too much of a perfectionist. A perfectionist is what I hear right now. Someone who does not want to fail. Do we want to get some clarification as to why this person does not want to fail? Can we get some clarification, please? 9. This is not clarification. This is a promise. This is the wish fulfillment card. No matter what the F you do in this situation, no matter what, you cannot fail. And I low-key feel like this is also talking to me a little bit because I mentioned in the last reading I did that I've been in the same boat as a lot of people that were in that last reading. If you want to ever look at that, I'll leave that in a link in the description. No matter what you do, you are not failing. You are successfully discovering how to not do something. Just because someone didn't do something, just because you did something and it did not turn out the way you thought it would come out in your head doesn't mean that it's a failure. It just means that you're in your beginner stages. And I said this last time, don't compare your day to day one to someone else's day 645,852. Okay? That's not how this goes. I'm gonna get some more clarification here. Maybe it's none of my business. Maybe Spirit doesn't want me to know why you are so uptight about failure. about you gotta be on point with everything, and that is also indicative of this Mercury and Taurus energy. I keep dropping cards. I keep dropping cards and stones. So what is Sun card? We'll get to that. Source. That's the word that's on it. Sun card with source. Okay, on the bottom. The energy. Okay, that came out. The energy that I'm getting. That's the third one. The energy that I'm getting right now from all the dropping that we're doing around here, I'm getting that energy of I've almost got it, and like that's what I'm hearing. Like I've almost got it. I'm letting spirit talk. Give me a second. I keep dropping the ball. Why do I keep dropping the ball? I'm sick of failing. I can't do it again. I need to get this right. I can't go through that again. I need to get this right. You're gonna have to go through it again. You have to. The only way you're gonna get out of this stagnant moment in your energy. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 diamonds. There's only 2 clubs. Only 1 heart and 1 spade. So the main 2 hearts. Sorry, 2 hearts and 1 spade. The main thing that's coming through right now is the diamond energy, which has to do with earth energy, pentacles, also has and the earth energy has to do with physical action. So the problem area is what you're physically doing that's in your way. And the capital reason as to what's going on has to do with this top row right here for me as a reader. And over top of this Virgo, the over-analytical energy that's constantly studying and studying and studying, which is not a bad thing. But in context of the other cards you're dealing with, this is about someone who's over-analyzing and not allowing themselves to feel. They're just looking for results and nothing else. And this is not a healthy situation at all. Okay, let's go to these next ones here. First of all, we got Sun with Source. Next, we have Aquarius with Collaborate. I feel like I'm getting a repeat of the last reading. If this resonates with you, go see the last reading. You probably get a further message from that as well. Go see the last one that it'll be in the description. And 7th house of relationship. All right, this is just like the last reading, almost entirely. So this is something that's trying to get your attention here. Going at it alone is your biggest issue. Okay, collaborate. Think outside the box is another thing. Collaborating, it doesn't just mean collaborating with other humans. This is also about collaborating with other styles, other perspectives, and coming up with something that's brand new. Because Aquarius it's ruled by 2 things. It's ruled by Saturn and it's ruled by Neptune. Saturn is about form, structure, understanding the rules. It's about staying in line, understanding the whole list of what has always worked and working with that type of programming. Whereas Neptune is about invention more specifically. It's about thinking outside the box. So basically, Aquarius looks at all the rules just to know which rules to break. You don't have to follow those rules. They're more like guidelines anyway. And it's more important that you stand out the way that's meant for you. Just because things aren't working in the order and fashion and style that someone else is looking at things doesn't mean it's not working. It just doesn't work for you. You are your own person. You are a human organic being. You are not a robot. You're not being programmed. And how other people have taught you to do life is how they do life. And it probably doesn't even work for them. Okay? Just keep it real, okay? So I'm going to actually break down what some of these mean. Let's actually look at the meaning. Where's the book? There it is. Excuse me. We're going to actually look at going all the way down to the Sun. We're going to actually look at what they actually see what comes out. I like to do bibliomancy, but it's easier to just pull out what pulls out. In your natal chart, the Sun symbolizes the core of your personality. Keep that in mind. Your life force, your ego, your consciousness. The sign and aspects of the Sun describe how you express that basic vital energy. Okay, moving down. Oh, I feel the need to read the rest. From the earthly perspective, the Sun circles the zodiac once a year, but in truth, the Sun is the center point around which the planets revolve. All of the bodies in the solar system reflect its light. Okay, I see why they had me read the rest. Your reality works around you. That's what they're telling me. Your reality works around you. If you want things to work, if you want things around you to work in your favor, you can't just dictate to externally and expect things to change. No, you have to understand that everything that's coming to you is just meeting your energy. So you have to understand that because you are the god or goddess of your personal reality, and that means the rest of your reality is following your lead. I know you understand that. Some of you already knew that and have been ignoring it. You understand what I'm saying? I know you do. Action. The sun's light shines through the teacher, actor, lover, leader, and those who use their enthusiasm, worth, and charisma for a common good. A common good. We can get to that. It's time for you to take center stage. Let the sun's light flow through you and shine, illuminate, and energize your surroundings, and use this to be of service. Okay? This is not about thinking about what makes you succeed. It's about taking what you know you can do and use it to benefit others. And the collaboration that we were already talking about here, this is how this happens for you. Okay? For you in particular. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it for the next person. But I am talking to everybody. Okay? How you create a collaboration, and we are going to read this card too. All three of these cards. But I just want to make it clear. The other ways that you are doing this, the ways that you have been stubborn about, and you know that phrase, you want to the definition of crazy is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. This is what I feel like right now. I get this energy of someone who is panicking because it didn't work, and they're going back to the same books. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And they're scrolling through the same things over and over again, and you're repeating the same shit over and over again. It's like, it failed again. Why did it? And I feel like yelling right now. Like, I feel like I'm the person who failed and wants to yell at the freaking room. Why is this freaking happening? Ooh, Rob. Okay? It's not working for you because that style is not meant for you. Rewind. It's not working for you because that style is not meant for you. You can do better than that, and your spirit guides know that. Eh? They know that. They know you can do better than that. That style is not yours. That's not meant for you. That is not you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to this. Let the sun's light flow through you and shine, illuminate, and energize your surroundings, and use this to be of service. There's a lot of people on this app that do tarot, but they don't have a me. And as many as I follow on this app that do tarot and whatnot, they don't do things in my style. And you'll see, the more you watch this channel, the way I do things, how I read, how I do readings, it's not like most people. They don't read from... I initially learned how to read through playing cards, poker cards. And then it evolved into using regular tarot cards. And then I found these, which are a combination of both, and I love them. And I use other forms of tarot, like bone throwing and stuff like that, which I'll use when I have a bigger table. I'm not going to do that here because it'll all over the floor. I may do it anyway. I don't know. But I know that, and plus my personality, people click on the videos, they subscribe because they like my personality. They can get a message from any tarot reader, but they like my personality. They resonate with my personality, who I am. Who you are has a specific vibration that will help and resonate and find commonality and a safe space for a lot of people out there who could really use that. There's something about you that will, if you allow yourself to be of service to those who resonate with you, will help you create a collaboration and a perspective that will make you more successful than you ever were doing it the way you were. By yourself. That's another thing. And the first thing that came out, the first card that popped out was the Hermit card. You being by yourself. You already been through this period. Why are you still here? You understand what I'm saying? You know better. A lot of you know better. All right. Moving down, I feel drawn to read the challenging part. Narcissism is the shadow of the sun's energy. False belief that I am the center of the universe and you are not. That the false belief that I am the center of the universe and you are not. Earn attention and respect rather than demand or expect it. Okay? What does that mean? Yeah, all the planets revolve around the sun, but the moon revolves around the earth. All the moons run around their own planets. They are the center of their universe. You are the center. You are the center of your own. You are the god or goddess of your own reality. But there are people who, in their reality, are the god and goddess of their own personal reality. And in your reality, you have to respect that they still have a place and a purpose and an importance, and they are in their own reality a strength. Okay, I'm gonna go to Aquarius. Okay, the symbol for Aquarius is not water, but the water bearer. Excuse me. A person fetching, carrying, or pouring the water who provides a great service to the community. What did I just say? Being of service? Didn't I just mention that? Okay, moving down. Live by your philosophy. Aquarius, the traditional ruler of Saturn, asks us to know what society expects of us and to care about our reputation. However, didn't I already say all this stuff? I'm just gonna bring this up. Aquarius is co-ruler Uranus. Excuse me, I said Neptune. Excuse me. Uranus encourages us to free ourselves from the traditions. I meant Uranus. Excuse me. Encourages us to free ourselves from tradition and outside the box. Yes, this feels like a paradox, but that's exactly what I just said. Learning what rules to break. All right? Learning all the rules so that you know exactly what rules to break and how. And how to do it in a better way than it was before. Breaking tradition and reinventing and innovating the way we used to think things. You know what I'm saying? Cultivate allies. Find others called by the same calluses and work together. Call the same causes. I can't say calluses. I can't read today. What's up with me? Cultivate allies. Find others called by the same causes and work together. Okay? Weave people together to create community. I feel the need to stop there. Spiritual practice and moving down. Spiritual practice and personal philosophy can be used to bypass authentic emotions. That's what I also feel called to read. So be honest with yourself and don't try to talk yourself into feelings you think you should have. That hit hard for somebody. I could feel it. I'm going to read it again. Spiritual practice and personal philosophy can be used to bypass authentic emotions. Some of y'all are witches and spiritual people out there. Y'all do your own stuff around here, the spiritual practices. So be honest with yourself and don't try to talk yourself into feelings you think you should have. Somebody woke up to that. The feelings that you think you should have are not your feelings, so why are you trying to feel them? If this does not make you happy, then why are you still doing it? If this bothers you, then why are you still facing it? Why you put yourself through it? You don't need to put yourself through it. Find something else. Find it, and if you actually do love this thing you're doing, but you're frustrated that it's not working, then take a step back, breathe, and find a new way to do it. It's about learning everything you know about it. Learn everything you need to know about this thing that you're doing. I mean, back and front. And then not necessarily analyze. I don't want to say analyze, but break down how they could do this better. The way that you're doing it before is worn out. It's not working. You need to stop letting that bog you down because it's not working for anybody. You understand? I know you do. You're smart. Okay. And understand that your journey is every bit as much a success, especially when you share it with others. If you are the creative type, I need you to understand that the best art comes out of the worst pain. The best art comes out of the worst pain. If you let yourself let out of what's the energy that's storing in you. And every one of us knows who are artistic, if you into art, that if you let it out onto paper as a drawing, as a poem, as just a statement, just writing it, just journaling alone, to get it out of your system so you're not bogged down with that energy, it is a healing thing. It is a weightlifting experience. And you doing that for the sake of helping another person is all the more strengthening. And that's something that needs to be done for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ignore this. Think outside the box. Learn every rule there is, and then find shortcuts to make it better. Good example. I'm sure all of us have watched Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince. He gets the old, ratted, worn down workbook, school book, and I was gonna say you know who, but that's the wrong guy. Snape was the one that wrote in there all the better ways to do this. Crush the bean, don't cut. No, it actually specifically says to cut. It didn't work, but he got the best liquid death out of my nerd is coming out. I know. Don't roast me in the comments. Okay, we all know this. He actually successfully made liquid death, and none of the other ones could do it, but they all followed the rules. Harry didn't. Do you see that? That's what I'm saying. Learn all the rules. Great. Now find a better way to do it, because this isn't working for you. This is why you keep failing, because you're not meant to do it the way everyone else is doing it. You got that? I know you got it. Come on now. Okay, now going one more thing, and then we're gonna close down. Okay, last thing here. 7th house of relationship, and again, this is about collaboration and everything. If your chart were a village map, the 7th house is anywhere 2 equals relate with intensity, intimacy. Somewhere you have dinner, somewhere you'd have dinner on the balcony and watch the sunset. Okay, and first thing went through my head when I saw that is someone who has with intensity a passion for the same things you have passion for. Okay, moving down, nurture your relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the 5th house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. You have a sapling with potential. Okay, so we're talking about 5th, 6th, 7th, and I can go into a whole other thing about the 5th house of, I forget what that is actually. First, the 5th house is passion. It's like I had that in my head, but 5th house of passion is a whole different story. But we can talk about that another time. Now you're sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. Think about that. What would a sapling do if you built a whole damn tree house on it? Charlie Brown. Okay. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. It can't bear the weight. Instead of crushing it with expectations, nurture and protect it. This is not just about sharing a passion with another person. It's about your passion itself. Everything takes time to grow. Anything worth having takes time to grow and cultivate. I don't care if you won the lottery. That still needs time to grow, to nurture, and to keep you wealthy. If you just take that money and blow it on whatever, you're going to be back to square one quick. Whatever is given to you, it could be a windfall. It could be someone who just gets up and does the work for you. If you are not up to snuff for what you have such a passion to do, if you don't have the skills, if you don't have the knowledge, and the second you get left on your own, you gonna have your cheeks in the wind, and you're not gonna like it. And neither are the people who are watching you, because you still have to build your audience. You still have to build a connection with people who also share your commonality. There's a lot of things going on in this reality that can only flourish with the collaboration of people who honor and respect the space you gave them. I feel like I'm talking to some people who already has something on social media, or are going to have something on social media, and are wondering why they only have like 88 followers. You have to understand that there's a level of connection that's missing. You still have to understand how to follow the rules when it comes to making this a reality for you, to turning into something that makes you a big deal. Do the studying, yes. And then after you've studied it down, understand how best way to do it for you. What are your strengths? What makes you stronger? What makes you feel like you could do so much? You could actually turn this into. You feel like you could turn this into something successful, but you got to understand your worth as well. So recognize here, okay? I don't feel the need to read anymore, but recognize here that first of all, you have to understand your self-worth. Second, you have to understand that what the reason why it's not working is because the way you've been doing it is not meant for you. That's somebody else's way of doing things. You got to understand how the best way for you to do things. 3, you have to, yes, study, 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 study. Learn everything you can about this. But then take that studying, take that knowledge, take with something you are skilled in, and find a specific way that works for you. Think outside the box and be innovative about it, okay? And then you have to understand that in order for you to be successful, no person is an island. The only way somebody is going to uplift you the way you see, because I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people who are looking to be better in social media. I see a lot of people. I do see a cubicle also. So I'm seeing different people, different timelines, or different aspirations that are going on. But I do see over here we have social media, someone who's looking to rise to fame, or someone who's looking to make a career out of, I don't know, TikTok or something like that. And over here we have someone who is looking to rise in business, or someone who I see an office space with like cubicles and everything. Someone who really likes to work in that field or run a business, or has a desire to run a business, but they feel stunted by their boss. Their boss is not giving a promotion, or they don't feel like the line of work that they're in right now is fulfilling enough. Look outside the box. What are you passionate about? I see someone thinking about jewelry. I see someone thinking about putting the two things together. I feel like this. What was that? I see somebody who is actually in the corporate field, but is thinking about jewelry. Somebody needs to go ahead and start doing that. If you, and I'm gonna talk a little bit like a business person, and then we're gonna close out, because it's getting kind of long. But speaking like a business person, if you could cut away like 10% of what you earn and use that to get started on just selling a few little things locally, that's a great way to start. And then whatever money you make, reinvest it in the entirety back into your business. Okay. While still working this job that you don't want anymore. And I'm speaking to someone very specific here, okay? That's the best way to get started. Be willing to trust the people that you know support you to help contribute financially by buying your jewelry, and put that back into there. After that, do research on good places to sell your work, and how to drive traffic to your website. And some of you are not uncomfortable with doing either a faceless or with your face social media thing. Just do that. Do it as a side hobby, and it'll grow into something, as long as you are willing to nurture it. If you get people, and if you allow people to support you in what you do, niche down, whatever you got to do, it's trust me, it's working in your favor. Make no mistake of that. Okay. So in conclusion, in general, and I'm speaking to everyone now, what the mechanical, unfeeling, robotic way of doing things has never been meant to work for you, because you're meant for more. You're meant to do something so much more appealing and appreciative of what you have to offer to this reality in this life that you have chosen. What's in your Akashic records, or what you have chosen in your soul contract. You are meant to do so much more. You may not see that right now. You may not see what that thing is, but it's there. And the only way you're going to be able to do that, yes, again, learn every rule in the book about that subject, but you're meant to innovate what was into something more streamlined, or something more fun, whatever it is. People will study years of books, 45 books at a time, just on the same one subject, just so they could write a book for you to read. So they just saved you the time of having to read 45 books yourself. This is what I'm talking about. Do you understand I know you understand. You understand what I'm saying. Have faith in what you're going through. You are successfully discovering how to not do something. Now take what you have succeeded at. Take a breath. Breathe out slow. And take a second to realize what you have succeeded in and use that to reevaluate and come up with a new strategy using what you just discovered. You are in the beginning phases of something brand new, and it's always going to be a little wobbly. You can't build a tree house on a sapling. Give it time, nurture it, and it'll turn into something you could really be proud of, okay? If you love what I've given you, if this resonated with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and please feel free to use the comment section as a safe space. Be nice to one another, okay? Talk about, share your feelings, your emotions with each other. And I'm going to work on finding a Discord and put it on Patreon as soon as I can, okay? Love you, and believe in yourself, and know what that means, okay? Bye-bye.